Jedi Master.
Jedi Master? Yoda. You seek Yoda.
Yoda.
Clear your mind of question.
Hey everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Episode 78 of The Nooner. I am your host, David Bradley. Today we're going to be talking about 5 Yoda quotes for sales, business, and life. Today, here in the States, the Star Wars premieres. That's a big deal for me. I'm a big Star Wars fan, grew up on it, absolutely love it, totally hooked on it, addicted to it, gotta have it. So, we're going to be talking about Yoda. And so, thank you guys for being here. May the Force be with you. Thank you, Bill, and to you as well. Hey, what is your favorite Yoda quote? I want to get that from the Meerkat world. I'm actually going to tweet that question out right now. Yoda quote. I want to get that from the Meerkat world. I'm actually going to tweet that question out right now. What is your favorite hashtag Yoda quote? Come tell me on Meerkat. Hashtag happening now. Tweet. Boom. Okay. Love it. All right, so who showed up? Laura's here. Bill's here. Who else? There's 8 people here right now. I saw Marco popped in. Say something. Leave a message down below. Identify yourself because I can only see that Laura and Bill are here. I'm guessing the rest of y'all are on a computer. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Where was I? Check this out too. There's this video on YouTube called Yoda / Field of Force Yoda Remix. The guy that put it together is a musician, Melody Sheep. It's awesome. It's got some really killer stuff in there. Thank you guys for the favors and the restreams. What is your favorite Yoda quote? Drop them down for me. Tweet them out to me at David R. Bradley. Leave it in the messages down below. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get into the Nooner just a little bit. Let me introduce myself to you first and foremost. My name is David Bradley. I am your host. This is the Nooner every weekday, Monday through Friday, Pacific Standard Time. I'm dropping in here to deliver noontime nuggets about either sales, business, or life. So it's midday, right? You need a little bit of motivation. You need fuel for your car. You need fuel for your body. I'm going to deliver some fuel for your mind that you can use to take with you into the rest of your day. Today we'll be talking about Yoda. Yoda quotes, some of that wisdom, how you can apply it to business, sales, and life. So 3 things about me. If you don't already know, I'm the sales and marketing manager with Grant Cardone and Cardone Training Technologies. I've been working with Grant for the last 5 years. What we do in our company is we go into companies of all shapes and sizes. We also work with individuals. We help them increase production, usually to the tune of 15 to 30%, simply by helping them find and then handle missed opportunity. Yesterday I had 2 really great meetings with 2 killer groups. One's a solar company here in Southern California. Not only do they do solar power for your house, but they also do smart home stuff. They put that whole thing together. It's a fantastic package, best value on the market. And it's probably the best company out there. If you've got any interest in putting solar in your house, and I think wherever you're at in the country, if you want some more information on that, shoot an email out to me, david@grantcardone.com, and I'll put you in communication with my buddy Neil. He'll totally hook you up. If he can't help you directly, he'll definitely tell you who can. Also, I met with a group that is in the mortgage and lending industry. These guys are like at this tipping point where like they're about to blow up, and they brought our company in to help them and their salespeople reach the next level. So I got to kick them off yesterday. Amazing group. If you need any help with marketing, if you've got a small business and you want to talk about how to leverage that, how to get maybe a small business loan, maybe you're a little underwater in your house, you want to try and get out of that, Again, email me, david@grantcardone.com. I'll put you in communication with those guys over there. Lending Express or Media Ocean, you can look them up on the internet. Be happy to help. Also, the solar company Repower, Neil Saxon is the guy over there. So great companies, really good people. They're committed to service, and that's the most important piece of the puzzle because, as you know, service is senior to selling. So that's what I do. A couple things, two other things about me. I'm the author of a book called How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. It's interesting that today we're talking about Yoda because in my book, I talk about that. I deliver one of Yoda's quotes, and I use that as leverage, and I'll talk about that wisdom in just a moment. Third thing about me is I'm the founder of a hashtag called Rich Man's Gym. So that's about home-based strength and conditioning for strength of body, mind, and spirit. This way you can get in the best shape of your life in the privacy of your own home. Don't have to go to a cookie-cutter gym to do that. You can get in the best shape of your life. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I don't have a gym membership. So it's totally doable. So let's dig into Yoda. Shall we? What the heck? Hold on. All right, so I'm looking for favorite Yoda quotes. Do you have them? Let me know what they are. Bill, what's your favorite Yoda quote? You've seen the movies, right? There's more to you than just "May the Force be with you." Who just joined us? Gare Bear, welcome to the Nooner. I'm David. Nice to meet you. Appreciate you being here. Your favorite Yoda quote. Leave me a comment down below. That's what we're looking for. I'm going to be talking about 5 of my favorites and how they apply to sales, business, and life. Let me get this bad boy out of the way. Tweet them out to me. Favorite Yoda quote. Hashtag the Nooner. Would love to get them from you. What's yours? So, my first one, number 1, and these are in no order of importance or significance, or this is just the order they popped into my head, and so I wrote them down on my notepad here. This is it. I may make a decision as to which one of these 5 is the most important as we go through it, but I don't know yet. Okay. The first one, most of these are going to be from The Empire Strikes Back. First one. Yoda raises the X-Wing out of the swamp on Dagobah, drops it over, using the Force, picks it up with his mind, picks it up, moves it over, sets it down. Luke tried to do it. He couldn't do it. And he's like, man, I don't believe it. And what did Yoda say? That is why you fail. Gare Bear says he's never seen Star Wars. Damn. Man. Well, I hope the rock you've been under was well furnished, my brother. Okay, so you've got homework tonight, man. You got homework, man. You got to go see those movies. All right, I'll go easy on you, man. It happens. Sorry about that. Thank you for being here anyway, and thank you for participating. So there's some really cool stuff in those movies. They're epic. 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 Foundation of my childhood. And for a lot of people as well. And so maybe if you don't really follow it, you maybe not even know. But right, today's the day they're going to premiere the next 3 movies. Star Wars The Force Awakens premieres tonight. So I'm going to be talking about a famous character from those films. Laura, you haven't seen it either? What the heck? What the heck? You people are killing me. How have you not seen these movies? All right, Bill, please tell me you've seen Star Wars. Okay, so let me just get back to these quotes. Okay, so the Gare Bear and Laura, the fact that you haven't seen them, I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm just going to deliver the wisdom. You can hear them, you can enjoy them, and we'll be able to apply them. Okay, so the first thing. So Yoda uses the Force. He lifts Luke's light X-Wing up, moves it. It's sunken into a swamp. Luke tries to use the Force to do it and get it out. He can't do it. And he says, I can't do it. Yoda walks over and closes his eyes, gets in the zone, lifts the thing up, moves it over here, sets it back down. Luke's like, man, I don't believe it. And he's like, that is why you failed. That is why you failed. I don't believe it. You fail because you don't believe. Okay, so if we're doing the nooner, we're bringing this back to sales, business, and life. If you're in sales, success requires belief. You have to believe in it. And if you follow my guy Grant Cardone and what we talk about having a fanatical level of belief in you, in your product, in your company. Okay, so success in sales and business and life requires a deep, deep, deep level of conviction and belief. And one of the things we talk about in this book, Sell or Be Sold, is that, hey, if you're not selling, at some degree, at some point, you're not sold either. Okay? Somewhere you lost some of that belief. And now you can't move the X-Wing. You can't even lift a little tiny baby stone. So you got to make sure that you believe. And when you go in to work a deal with a client, you got to believe you got a deal. You got to see the deal before it happens. Okay? So anytime there's failure for you, anytime there's a lack, okay? I mean, we're all going to fail. Baseball players fail 75% of the time. That's not the issue. Boxers lose fights. You can't have true success without failing. It's an integral part of success. You got to fail. You got to screw up. You got to drop the ball. You got to strike out. You got to get tapped out. But if you don't believe, so where does that plug in, right? Let's go obvious stuff. Thomas Edison, light bulb, failed thousands of times, but he believed. He believed, and that's why it happened. Kennedy, let's get a man on the moon in 10 years. No way, man. Nope, I believe it, and it's happening. Okay, it all starts with belief. Okay, so if you are experiencing more failure than success, check your belief. Okay, so let's see. We got a couple cool comments here. Gary Bear says, I tried to watch the original one when it was released in theaters, but I fell asleep and then left. Man, killing me. Bill says, fear is the path to the dark side. So that's your favorite Yoda quote is fear is the... Oh, man, that's a good one. I'm not even going to use that one, so I'm glad that you brought that up. So Yoda says, fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to grief. Or anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. So where does that happen now? I mean, what can that teach us about society and tolerance, right? Anytime you're afraid of another person, anytime there's something you don't understand and it creates a fear for you. I mean, look at World War II. And that's a prime example right there of that quote, right? You got a German community, you got a ruthless dictator, psychopath who finds himself in office, right? You've got a community that's in like the worst depression ever, where you need a barrel of money to get a loaf of bread, okay? They're scared, terrified, okay? And one guy went in there, manipulated that fear, created some hate, some anger, okay? And a lot of suffering. So think about that when you're scared and you start to get angry. What path are you going down? Okay. Gary Bear also says he felt like the gold robot man was a little too gay for me. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Gary Bear, you can come hang out on my nooner anytime. Man, you're a crack up, dude. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Bill saw them all first time around. Okay. So look. Number one, belief. You got to believe in your product. You got to believe in you. You got to believe in your company. And when you get into life, man, if you're looking to achieve something greater, if you're looking to push beyond something else, belief is so important. Whatever it is you want to do. That's getting the girl. That's getting the guy. Belief. How many people don't try to get in shape? Right? So what are my three things? Success in sales, business, and life. That's my deal. I also talk about health and wellness, right? Rich Man's Gym. Strength of body, mind, and spirit. I got a book on how to stop smoking. I smoked for 15 years. Couldn't figure it out. Finally found a way to do it, so I wrote a book about it. Okay? If I didn't believe I could stop, I never would. If I didn't believe I could get in the best shape of my life in my garage at the park, it wouldn't happen. Okay, so anything you want to accomplish, anything you want to achieve starts in here, starts with belief. This is obvious stuff. Nothing wrong with it. I'm gay. Oh, Gare Bear is gay. Okay. But the robot was too gay. I don't like femmes. So you need like a bear droid. Is that the story, Gare Bear? You want like, oh, you got bear in your name. Okay, so we're gonna work on a bear robot. Okay, let's call George Lucas and see if we can get that handled for you, buddy. Then you'll watch it, right? All right, let's go to quote number 2. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter, Yoda says. So Yoda is talking about the soul. And I love the fact that he refers to that as luminous. He says, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Luminous is light, like we shine, right? This will fade, right? And, you know, I'm a big fan of Wayne Dyer. You'll hear me talk a lot about him as well. And he says that we're temporary, we're a spiritual being having a temporary human experience. Man, I love that quote. Okay. And that's what this touches on. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. This will fade. I am eternal, right? And in that Star Wars universe, you see that, right? Hey, Lydia, thanks for being here. Who else showed up? Sebastian. Nice to have you, Sebastian. Appreciate you being here. I'm looking for favorite Yoda quotes from you guys, okay? Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. That's another fantastic quote. You are a spiritual being having a temporary human experience. This image of me, this physical body will fade, but who I am, what makes me me, is eternal. Okay? And if you can wrap your head around that, how much possibility does that give you? How much power does that give you? How much strength does that give you? A really good friend of mine passed away, and this was several years ago, as a result of, you know, just way too much drinking. And his body couldn't handle an infection because his immune system was so compromised from the alcohol. And he had a heart attack. Very young age, died, didn't make it. They tried. So I had the honor of speaking at his funeral. And I delivered that quote. Because this guy, man, he was luminous. You know, I like to think that his soul, it was so bright. I got a few friends that have passed on. And every single one of them, their soul was so big and they were so bright. And just, they couldn't stay in their body anymore. They had to get out. You know, and I think for a lot of us, when we pass on, when we join with the Force, as Yoda calls it, man, we're just too big for our britches now. So, number 3. This is a famous one, right? Who can finish it? Do or do not. There is no try. All right? That's the quote from my book, How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. So if you're looking to stop smoke, you can't either. You either stop or you don't. Either be a smoker, like commit to that. Hey, I'm a smoker, man. That's where I was at. Like, man, I smoke cigarettes. Done. So be it. I'm committed. I'm in. Okay. Or I don't smoke anymore. Okay. I like to tell people I'm a smoker that doesn't smoke anymore. But you know, the people that would say, hey, I'm going to do this, whatever that may be, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm going to go to the gym now, right? And they never do, or they do it for a couple days and they fall off, or, right? You see the guy that's always like, man, I'm going to stop, I'm going to quit, man, I'm going to quit, I'm totally going to quit, I'm going to quit, I'm going to quit. You know, he'll go 5 days and then blow it. The nicotine's out of your system in 3. He was done. Day 5, he picks up a pack. So, do it or don't do it. Try. I think try is weak. I say it still, and I get mad at myself. I tried it, didn't like it. No, man, I did it, and I didn't like it. I just try and try out of the vocabulary, if ever I can. All right, so for you, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you want, like if you want to, if you're like, I'm going to try and make $1 million. Don't try, do it. I'm going to make $1 million. Don't try to quit smoking. Stop. Don't try and get in shape this year. Do it. There is no try. Do or do not. Okay? Number 4. This might be the most important one. Not sure yet. You must unlearn what you have learned. Okay, so again, this is the guy I work for, Grant Cardone. Okay, how much stupid shit have we learned over the years? How much stuff have we been trained, taught by our parents that mean well? Teachers, friends, other family members. How much stuff have we been learned or taught? How much stuff have we taught ourselves? What kind of decisions have we made to be safe? What kind of stereotypes have we plugged in? What have you learned that you know you need to unlearn? And that it shouldn't even be in your thought process. Like I lived in Los Angeles for a really long time. And I left LA. And one of the things that made me realize I got to get out of here was sitting in that traffic and the fellow human beings around me stopped being humans. They became obstacles in my way. That bothered me. I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want this guy to be an obstacle. That's a human being over there. That's another luminous being. So what are some, just think about this. And if you've got an answer right here, throw it down. But like, what have you learned? What have you been taught? Hey, don't stand out. Don't make a scene. Inside voice. Don't be too loud. Everybody that's ever been successful, as Grant will teach us, has had to get a massive amount of attention. And as soon as people start getting attention, as soon as people start coming out of the status quo, what happens? They try and push them back down, right? The monkeys. And then you're being taught, just be quiet. Okay, so if you want something in sales, if you want something in life, if you want to grow your business, you got to unlearn so much. You just got to unravel it all. Just take erase. You got to treat some of this knowledge like a dry erase. Treat your mind like a dry erase board. At the very least, use this stuff that doesn't apply anymore. Right? Go to college, get 4-year degree, get good job, work 45 years, get bitch and watch, retire, golf, die. You got to unlearn what you learned. Okay? Doesn't work anymore. Didn't work then. Okay? You got to unlearn it. Okay. Bill says, I would like some stuff from Grant's Closer Survivalist Guide. This book and audio stuff did very well, and some of it sold out. What others think? Cut the MP3. New PDF is out now too. That's right. Dude, get that PDF. If you don't have it, it's killer. You can download it. It's right there on your phone, on your tablet, on your desktop. Okay. So I think these last two. So what do we got so far? I don't believe it. That's why you fail. Okay. You got to believe. Okay, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. In other words, you are a spiritual being having a temporary human experience. The flesh will fade. Okay? Be that. Be the spiritual being. Be the light. 3, do or do not, there is no try. Okay? 4, you must unlearn what you have learned. Last one. So Luke Skywalker, this is from The Empire Strikes Back. Most of you are following. No, most of you are with us here. Gary Bear, try and keep along. Laura, try and keep up. Sorry. Those guys haven't seen it. Can you believe it? Jesus Christ. So in Empire Strikes Back, Luke is learning how to become a Jedi, which in the Star Wars universe is the equivalent of a samurai with some pretty kick-ass magical powers. And Luke is going to go through a test, and he's near this cave, and he gets this sense of like there's evil in the cave. The dark side of the Force is over there, and he feels cold and dark. And you know, I mean, sometimes you get that feeling, right? When you're in public and you get near somebody, and you're like, okay, that's where he's at, right? And he knows it's coming from the cave. And Yoda tells him he's got to go in there. You got to go in there. And Luke's like, well, what's in there? And Yoda says, only what you take with you. Okay, so Empire Strikes Back comes out like 79, 80, right? I was probably barely 10 years old. Made no sense. I did not get that then. I don't think I really like clicked onto that until probably into my 20s, late 20s at that, you know. What's in there? Only what you take with you. So wherever it is that you're going, wherever you go, you take you with you. Okay? And it really didn't, honestly, I didn't really put those two things together until I started following Grant Cardone. Okay? So wherever you go, you take you with you. Does that make sense? Who you are, what makes you you, that goes everywhere. You can't like, I'm going to quit this job and go work over here. It'll be better over there. That's fine. Just remember that you're taking you with you. You're taking your responses, you're taking your ideas, you're taking your attitude, you're taking your approach, you're taking how much action you're willing to take, you're taking all that. That goes with you. So if you go into a relationship, what's in there? What you take with you. And that's any relationship. That's a relationship with a client. That's a relationship with another human being. That's a friendship type relationship. That's a business relationship. You go into a relationship, what goes in there is what you take with you. And the flip side of that is you're going to get out of it what you put into it. This making sense? So those are my favorite 5. I'll go through them again for you. I don't believe it. That's why you fail. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Do or do not. There is no try. You must unlearn what you have learned. What's in there? Only what you take with you. So there's your challenge today. What are you taking with you into today? What are you taking with you into tomorrow? What are you taking with you into the weekend? What are you taking with you into the holiday season? What are you taking with you into 2016? Spend some time today and really think about that. What am I taking with me? Right? Who would have thought that a Muppet, a short, little, green Muppet, could be that impactful? Pretty wild, huh? Hold on, I'm trying to cue up some music here. So, while I'm waiting on the music to cue up, what is your favorite Yoda quote? Tweet it out to me today. What did you hear from me so far today that you liked? There we go.
Master. Jedi Master. Yoda. You seek Yoda.
Yoda.
Who's seeing Star Wars tonight? I'm going. 7 o'clock. I can't wait. Thank you guys for being here. This has been episode 78 of the Nooner, where I drop my 5 favorite Yoda quotes. Hey, if you like this, if this was good for you, I'm here every weekday, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be talking for 20, 30 minutes, something about sales, business, or life, giving you a little bit of energy to take with you. If you liked what you saw today and want to catch up, there's another 77 episodes just like this over on YouTube. You go to youtube.com/Cardone Solutions. There's a playlist over there called The Nooner. If you're not following Grant Cardone, check out my website, cardonesolutions.com. You can get more information about who Grant is or about our books. And remember, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Be luminous today. Take with you what you want. Unlearn what you learned and believe. Thank you guys for being here. See you tomorrow.